Hey everybody, Professor Paul here with our little mini lecture topic of the day. So today's topic is environmental ethics. So ethics just means a belief system, way of thinking, a school of thought. There are three different environmental ethics. The first one is preservation. Preservation, simply put, means you're trying to keep something pristine. Think like a museum. You put something behind glass, you can't touch it, you can't damage it, you can't do anything with it. It's a hands-off approach. In the environment, this is going to be the equivalent of like a national park, a state park, a wildlife sanctuary, where the government sets aside an area and says, hey, in this area, you can't do anything to damage the land or the natural resources there. Now, this is certainly useful, it certainly has its purpose, but it is limiting. It means that in that area we wouldn't be able to use any of the physical natural resources for the economy or for society. So preservation, keep it pristine, that's the best way to think of it. The next environmental ethic is sort of like the middle of the road approach, is conservation. Now students confuse these two a lot, so you might want to be careful. Conservation means you use a resource, but you're just trying to minimize how much damage you do to it. So think about your money. So you get your pay. Let's say you get paid today and you say, oh, I'm trying to conserve my money until my next pay. Well, you have expenses, so you have to spend your money on something, but you're just trying to minimize how much hurt you put on your wallet until your next pay. So conservation means you use a resource, but you're just trying to minimize the damage to it. Now, the third environmental ethic is the development ethic. Now, sometimes when students hear this, it sounds a little mean or nasty or politically incorrect to them. This is when you use resources as much as possible. If there are trees, cut them down. If there's coal or oil, dig it up out of the ground. If there's some natural resource we can use for money or for society, go for it. Sometimes I call it the go for it ethic. And this certainly has its place too. Our country and our economy, for the most part, has been built on the development ethic, using things as much as possible. There is a catch. The catch is that you can't use resources intensively forever. Eventually you do run out of them, or you get shortages and price spikes, so there is a limitation there. Students ask, hey, which of these three is really the best one? I can't really say that. All three of them have their place. They serve a different role, a different purpose. I wouldn't say it's like either or. It's kind of using them in conjunction. We really need all three of them. So anyways, we move through this module and through future weeks in the class. We're going to see this ethic, these three ethics in action. And so make sure that you've got them pretty straight. All right, so that's our topic for the day. See you next time.